Amid the vast expanse of blue sky, there was a man named Michael Thompson, an experienced fighter pilot who had served in the Air Force for more than 15 years. For many, Michael's life seemed perfect. He had a brilliant career, was respected by his military peers, and was known as a brave figure, always ready to carry out high-risk missions. But behind it all, Michael harbored a deep unease. Every time he returned from a mission, his gaze was empty, as if searching for answers to questions that remained unanswered. Michael was not the type to easily believe in something beyond logic. He grew up in a secular environment that emphasized freedom of thought. However, the harsh realities of life often led him to ponder the meaning of existence and life's ultimate purpose. On every night flight, as his plane glided over dark oceans with stars scattered across the sky, he would always ask himself, "What is all this for? What am I really searching for?" That question haunted him even more after he lost a close friend during a mission. From that moment, his heart felt empty, and he began searching for answers by reading spiritual books from various religions, but none gave him the peace he longed for. A major change occurred when Michael was assigned to a Muslim-majority country for a surveillance mission. During his duties, he often interacted with the local people. What surprised him was that, despite their simple lives, they appeared so calm and happy. He saw them helping one another, smiling sincerely, and what impressed him the most was their discipline in performing 5 daily prayers. His curiosity pushed him to learn more about their beliefs. One local technician gave him an English translation of the Quran. Initially, he read it with skepticism, but the deeper he delved into it, the stronger the sense of peace that enveloped his heart. The verse that shook his soul the most was the one explaining the purpose of human creation and the concept of justice in the hereafter. For him, Islam was not just a religion, but a perfect system of life. Night after night, Michael spent time reading, watching lectures, and engaging in discussions with scholars. Until one quiet night, tears streamed down his cheeks as he offered his first prayer to the one God. With full awareness, he uttered the 2 testimonies of faith, declaring his belief in Allah and his messenger. After embracing Islam, Michael's life changed completely. He found the peace he had been searching for all along. He decided to retire from the military and dedicate his life to goodness, sharing his story to inspire others who were still seeking the truth. Michael is now known by his new name, Mikhail, and he always says, "I used to fly to protect the skies. Now I fly with prayers to protect the heart." Gradually, the pilot began to feel that something was missing in his life. Although his career was brilliant, with a high salary and great honor as a pilot, his heart often felt empty. Every time he completed a mission or attended a lavish party with his colleagues, he returned to his luxurious apartment feeling hollow. His nights were often filled with long reflections, trying to find the true meaning of life. Is life just about this? Lying, fighting, and then dying? He thought. Until one day, during an international mission that required a stopover in the Middle East, he met a friendly aircraft technician. The technician's name was Ahmed, a simple man who always appeared calm and patient in every situation. The pilot wondered how someone living far from luxury could possess such tranquility. His curiosity drove him to ask questions, and their conversations grew deeper. Ahmad humbly explained that the peace he felt came from his faith in Allah and the religion of Islam. He spoke about the meaning of life, the purpose of human creation, and how Islam teaches peace and responsibility to the Creator. Those words pierced the pilot's heart, as if opening a door that had long been shut. He began to seek more knowledge, reading books and engaging in deep discussions about Islam. After months of studying Islamic teachings, the pilot finally felt a strong conviction. On one quiet night, he made the biggest decision of his life. With Ahmad's guidance, he recited the 2 testimonies of faith, tears streaming down his cheeks. A sense of peace he had never felt before enveloped his heart. From that day on, his life changed completely. He was no longer just a fighter pilot, but a servant striving to draw closer to his Lord. Days passed. James's life transformed completely. He now felt more at peace than ever before. His fellow soldiers at the base began to notice the change. Some asked in astonishment, "What happened to you, James? You look different." James simply smiled and replied with a short sentence, "I found the peace I've been searching for." However, not everyone accepted it easily. Some fellow pilots mocked him, and considered him strange. Some even avoided him because of stereotypes they believed about Islam. Nevertheless, James stood firm. He continued studying the Quran, deepening his prayers, and striving to live by Islamic teachings sincerely. Support from the local Muslim community made him even stronger. One day he was summoned by his commander. James thought it was a serious issue. However, the commander only wanted to confirm the rumor he had heard. "James, I heard you embraced Islam. Is that true?" Calmly, James replied, "Yes, Commander. I made this decision with full awareness." The commander paused for a moment, then said, "As long as it doesn't affect your duties, I have no problem. But remember, this might draw attention." James nodded, accepting that reality. For him, his newfound faith was a source of strength, not a hindrance. He even began sharing his journey with those who were curious. Many were surprised to hear how a fighter pilot who had participated in major missions ultimately found peace in Islam. A few years later, James retired from the military. He decided to settle in a small town and volunteer at a local mosque. From a pilot who once soared through the skies at supersonic speeds, he now walked humbly on the ground. In every prayer, he always thanked Allah for the guidance he had received. He knew that guidance came at the perfect time when he was on the verge of losing everything, yet ended up finding everything.